What's going on, YouTubers? Guddang775 back with a video review of Gears 5. Now, this game I've been playing since it launched in Ultimate Game Pass on, I forgot what day it was, Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. for me. Alright, that's when it launched for me. So I started playing it. I got about 4 hours in the first night from 8 o'clock to about 12. And then the second day, I played about 3 to 4 hours in the morning and about 4 to 5 hours at night. So I got about 8 hours on that Friday, and I got another 8 hours yesterday on Saturday. So I got a little over 20 hours into the game. Okay, I beat the campaign. This is just a campaign review. Okay, I'm not talking about multiplayer, just simply campaign. Now, I like back to all the Gears game. I'm mostly a campaign guy. I rarely touch the multiplayer. I jump into it now and then, but I rarely touch the multiplayer, so I'm a Gears campaign guy through and through. Now, first off, I'm going to talk about the pros, then I'm going to talk about the cons. Alright, the cons will be at the end, then I'll give my final score at the end as well. First off, pros, Gears 5. The graphics, the resolution. It looks freaking fantastic, okay? This is by far the best looking game Xbox has put out. I mean, it took them a while to finally get one out. Don't get me wrong, Forza 7, Forza Horizon 4, they look beautiful as well, but I'm not a racing guy. I don't like getting in a car and driving in circles. I don't. Now, if gameplay, like I've been playing an action game where, you know, like GTA or like a racing game, you're like in The Witcher 3, you gotta race your horse, you know, I don't mind that, but if it's just constantly driving in a circle, yeah, that's not for me. So, for me, Gears 5 is the best looking game Xbox has put out this generation. From the Xbox generation, in my opinion. Xbox One generation, I should say. It's the best looking game. Alright? 2, the frame rates. The frame rates are fantastic. Okay? Hardly a dip anywhere I played through the game. It was pretty much constant, smooth, 60 frames per second. Sure, there were problems, but I'm going to get into that in the con section. But it was a smooth experience through and through. I love the 60 frames per second frame rate. I love the dynamic resolution. You can't even tell that it dips down below 4K in a lot of places, because for the most part, this game looks beautiful through and through. And the transition scenes from the cutscenes to the action sequences, they're pretty much all the same. They're all in-game engine. You look at the cutscenes and you look at the in-game engine, it's pretty much a very smooth transition. Best looking transitions I've seen from an Xbox game so far. And the gameplay, the story-driven narrative of Gears 5, don't get me wrong, I love this game, and it pulled me in. The story pulled me in. I wanted to know what was going on with all the Gears family. I've been following the Gears family ever since the OG Gears launched on the 360. Now, the only Gears game I didn't play was Judgment. Now, a lot of people are telling me to go back and play Judgment, and I think I probably will go back and play Judgment now, because I love Gears 5, and there's a few unknown characters in there that came from Judgment, you know, where Bear does his thing, and I want to go ahead and probably play that through now. I'm probably going to do that later, but as of right now, I'm swamped with games, especially like games like Greedfall coming out this Monday night for me. Oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome. But back to the Gears 5 pros. Man, the story-driven narrative, it pulls me in. Especially, it starts off a little slow for me. Don't get me wrong, the action sequences in Act 1, they were good. But the story part was eh. Then in the Act 2, it started going, oh, okay. Act 3, it's like, oh. And Act 4, that was it. That was it. Like, whoa. I'll remember Act 4 for the rest of the time, because Act 4, they kind of changed it up a little bit, in my opinion. They did. They changed it up, and they kind of left you off on the cliffhanger. That's okay. I can kind of see where the game is going. I'm kind of glad they did that in Act 4, because it reminded me of another certain franchise that I love. Alright? From Act 4. I don't want to spoil anything, but Act 4, it gets crazy in Act 4. But yeah, so the graphics, the frame rates, and the story, fantastic. Fantastic job, Coalition. Great job on a freaking awesome game. Finally, it's about time Xbox got a really big banger like this. It's been a long time. But now, let me go into the cons. The cons of this game, okay? First off, okay, my biggest pet peeve in this game. I would have rated this game pretty close to perfect had it not been for one problem. Okay, I've only had one problem on this game, and it's a very constant and annoying problem, and it happened to me quite a lot. Now, I have a 2TB external hard drive. I recorded all this footage, and I have 6 hours of footage. I went through 4 hours of footage, and I ran into the same problem. Every time I would get to the end of a level, okay, or end of a chapter, it would have that saving content, and it would freeze on that screen. You see that little gears cog turning and turning, it would stop there, and then it would crash. Or I'd have to, what do you call that? Back out of the game, restart it, power cycle, and restart it again, then log back in, then I have to restart the very same chapter that I played, I already beat, especially, after tough boss battles and tough battles, I had to replay those multiple times. Look, I would have been done with Gears in about 12 to 15 hours. But because this game booted me out so many times, it froze and disconnected me so many times. In 4 hours of gameplay footage, okay? I have 6 now. Don't get me wrong, I have 6. And I skimmed through the 4 hours. I counted 17 freezes and disconnects. That's almost unacceptable. Almost! Okay? The thing is, it's lucky I am a determined person when I want to get something done. That's why I powered through. I replayed multiple chapters, and it added a good 3 or 4 hours onto the gameplay time. Alright? I would have beat the game within 12 to 15 hours, ended up beating the game in 16 to 20. You see where I'm going? I lost some time there. Quite a bit of time. So far, that's my biggest pet peeve about the game, because so far the campaign is almost flawless. It would have been flawless for me. I probably would have gave it a 9.5, 9 out of 10. And if it weren't for those disconnects. Now I'm gonna adjust my score accordingly. That was my only pet peeve about this game, okay? I loved what they did with the game. I love what direction they went. It kind of gives you ideas about what the next game is gonna be and how big the next game is gonna be. They added a little bit of RPG elements into their semi-open world. I'm kind of hoping they had RPG elements, kind of like how, like Ghost Recon, you can upgrade your armor and whatnot, upgrade your weapons. Would be nice. But it might push the Gears 6 game and might make it quite a bit long, and a lot of people might not like that. But that's just me. I kind of like the RPG elements. Kind of wish they put that in there more, but that's okay. Still a fantastic game. So, you take the pros, my pros, and the cons. Okay? I'm going to have to deduct a point. Okay? Just because of the whole loading, the freezing loading and whatnot. My score for Gears 5 played on the Xbox One X. 1 being absolute garbage, 10 being the best thing ever since the day I was born. I'd have to give a score to Gears 5 an 89 out of 10. 8.9 out of 10. There we go. 8.9. I would have gave it a 9. I would have gave it a 9 because this game is right up there for me. Like, the campaign is short and sweet. It would have been right up there with me with like God of War is a little bit better, and I gave that a 9, but it's pretty close to that, in my opinion. I would have gave it a 9, but had it been for the hiccups and whatnot, I had to deduct a 0.1%. Hey, it's lucky I didn't deduct a full point. I can give it an 8, but I really like this game, and I plan on going back and playing the multiplayer. See, that's the thing about Gears 5. Not only has this game puts out a fantastic campaign, it also has that really good multiplayer to fall back on. I myself have tried the multiplayer a couple times, and it's kind of buggy still. Not buggy. You lagged out. I've lagged out a couple times. I only played like a few matches of King of the Hill, and I'm gonna get back onto it. I'm gonna be playing more. But 8.9 out of 10. It's still a good score. Fantastic game. Gears 5 is phenomenal. I totally recommend this game if you have an Xbox One X, PC, Xbox One, or Xbox One S. Go and get this game, in my opinion. It's now I can understand if you can't have your reservations, try it out in Game Pass when it launches. Or if you have Ultimate Game Pass like me, hey, good on you, because I love Game Pass. But yeah, what do you folks think about Gears 5? You folks like the game? You guys love it? Hate it? Maybe? No? In the middle? Let me know what you folks think in the comments down below. I do appreciate the criticism. This is Guddang775. Thanks for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos every few days. If you didn't like this video, hit that dislike button and let me know in the comments down below. I do appreciate the criticism. Guddang775, aka Sully. Peace out.